Okay, sorry if this looks discontinuous. That's because I made another mistake, but I'm just gonna repeat myself from here on. So just go into this 3D view. You're gonna extrude your insert, and you're gonna click these little holes as well. And once your selection looks something like this, press E for extrude, and we're gonna extrude it by the thickness of the acrylic that we're using, which is 3 mm. And it will tell you operation new body, and that's what you want. You can press OK. And by right, this sketch should be hidden. So if it's hidden, just go ahead and unhide it. And now this is not what you want. So this model shows holes where the text was. Instead, you want it to be slightly etched into the surface and not all the way through. So how you do that is a simple fix. Is you're gonna go and unhide the sketch. Okay, make sure that the sketch is visible, and you're gonna go into bodies. Okay, you're just gonna shift select all these bodies and press V on your keyboard. So V is the shortcut for visibility or to hide or unhide objects. If you press that, your entire body will disappear. So that's as good as clicking this for 5 times. Okay, so now we want to extrude the individual words by less than 3 mm to make it look like they were etched into the acrylic top surface. So go ahead and select all your sketch profiles, and now you're going to press E for extrude. And before you specify anything, you want to go ahead and unhide all these bodies. Okay, you're going to specify, okay, so we extruded this by 3 mm. We want to make it look like it was etched downwards by 0.1 mm. So we're going to extrude it by 2.9 mm. Okay, give it a while depending on how fast the computer is, and it should give you this preview. So now you see it looks like what we want it to be. So when it's laser cut, it's just going to be slightly etched into the surface. That's how the rastering feature of the laser cutter works. And now it's going to ask you join. Yes, you're going to accept that. Press OK. And go ahead and unhide this sketch. And there you have it. This is your acrylic insert. So now you want to add appearances to this. So press A for appearances. Now you're going to search for acrylic. And you have acrylic clear. So instead of applying acrylic appearance to the entire body, you want to apply it to certain shapes only. So you're going to click, or rather certain faces. So you're going to click faces, okay? And you're going to drag and drop this to the faces you want to apply this appearance to. Click, drag it, and it should make it look invisible, and that's because that's just how Fusion 360 renders this material appearance. Don't worry about that. I'm going to do the same for the rest of the faces. If you want to speed this up, you can select the faces. So Command/Control select all the faces you want to apply this to. And let's do the bottom as well. Okay. Yep, and just drag it all at once. So now you will end up with something like this. Okay, might as well add it to the bottom and the top as well. So essentially, not the words. Okay, we're gonna fix the words in a bit. So okay, let's just do it for these holes. And this is the last one. Oh no, there's one more. Okay, so now it's starting to look like an insert almost. So just to make this a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, we want to make these etched words white in color. So now just search for plastic, and you're going to find ABS white. So the same thing, drag and drop it to this surface, to these words, and to make your life easier, just click all the faces that you want to color. and you can add the appearance in one go. There you have it. Go ahead and press close when you're done. Of course, you can play around with it in your free time, but this is a reasonably fair representation of what the insert is supposed to look like. So when you're done, just, because I'm a little bit OCD, I like to close all my tabs. And now if you want to join these, join this component to the previous one, you're gonna wanna save yourself some trouble by clicking this front plane and just clicking on this entire body, just shifting it all the way up. You'll see why in a reason. You wanna make it higher. And you're gonna unhide your wrench, and you would notice that now it's this ghost image. That's because when you activate a certain component, the other components automatically become ghosted. So how you unghost all these components is if you activate the parent assembly, which is this top tab over here. Go ahead and activate this, and you will notice that all your components are back to the normal visibility. So now you want to make this component fit into this slot. So how you do that is through the use of joints. So you're going to go ahead and to this assemble tab drop down, and you're going to click joint or the keyboard shortcut J. So it's going to ask you some components have moved. Do you want to capture the position? Just go ahead and press capture. Okay, so don't worry too much about this menu here. We're not going to go in depth into joints, but what we want to do is just specify some start and end points. So if you see clearly, you will notice that when you hover your mouse to the bottom of the insert, you'll see some snap points here, here, here. You're going to want to click this middle one. Click it. Okay, this is your starting point, and you want to tell it where you want, you want to tell Fusion 360 where you want that piece to go. So you want it to go to the middle of this wrench. So likewise, you're going to click on this point of this face, and automatically it should drop nicely into place. Just press OK, and there you have it. This is a model of your wrench. So now moving into the next tutorial, where we will be learning how to use the Prusa slicer, you're going to want to save your 3D printed, or rather the part that you want to 3D print. You want to save that body as an STL file. So STL is short for Standard Tessellation Language. It's essentially a series of triangles, which you will see soon. So go ahead and under the wrench tab, you can open up your body. You're going to right click, press save as STL, and these are the triangles I was talking about. So this is how the STL file, this is a visual representation of an STL file, which is a series of triangles. Press OK. Save it somewhere on your desktop for retrieval later. So I'm going to save this as wrench STL and press save. And that's it for the Fusion 360 tutorial. Thank you guys.